What do we have here? What is it? What is it? What is it? Seriously, what is it? I don't know. Let's open it with this guy I'm working on right now. This Tucson Jerry Jelly design. You know what? I got to put a little oil in this guy first. I just washed it out, and I'm afraid it's going to get rusty. So I'm going to slather it in oil, and I'll be right back. All right, check this guy out now, nice and oiled up. Wow, much more drop shotty too with a little oil. Woo, that's nice. All right, let's open this guy up and see what it is. I don't actually know. Let's find out. Okay, got a little weight to it. Let's pop it and see what is in the box, in the bag. I mean, we already got the box. Now we're trying to find what's in the bag. Boy, this is a wild one. Oh, okay. So it's an EOS. I never had or even messed with that brand before. I just saw it on eBay on a whim and thought it looked really cool. It kind of has a little bit of a Reich vibe and also a little bit of a okay, not bad. It's also got, ooh, that's a little bit of a strong strong lock bar, man. Holy shit. Let's see. Wait, it's interesting. The detent's a little weak, but the detent's a little weak, but the lock bar is strong. That's strange. That's an unusual combination. It also feels like it's a little too tight. The bearings are a little too tight. Let's try to loosen that pivot a little bit. I don't know if I have. That's a freaky large pivot bolt there. Let's see. Is it like a T frickin' 20? What the hell is this stupid thing? That's close. What is that? A T20. So it actually is almost like a T15 or some shit like that. What's this? T15. T15. All right. So let's see. That is a big, beefy ass freaking thing. Very tight. Okay. Boy, that's a pretty piece of milled, I guess, titanium. Wow, it's still not quite loose after a full quarter of a turn. Let's see. Go back. Okay, now it's loose. Feels like it just needs to be taken apart and cleaned a little bit and then assembled the right way without that tightness. That is a neat pivot though, right? Okay. Now, will it? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to wobble like that, you know? All right. That's a little better. Okay, yeah. Nice. Interesting. That's an interesting knife, man. I think it's M390. Boy, it's only got the thumb stud on one side. But, you know, your thumb stud for the right side and then the thumb hole to do your reverse lick is just fine. The action's still, ooh, look at that. We're a little bit off center there. Quite a bit off center. Let's get some tools and the right size tools. Let's get some tools for the body screws and figure out what we got here. I think there's just that one body screw. So that looks like about a T10-ish, something like that. What do we got here? Okay, so we're saying T10s on this. Come on. Yes! Haha. That makes sense. You do T10s on the body, T15s on the other part. So I'm just going to loosen this body screw. Oh, no, I'm not. Wait. Maybe this isn't the right one. Maybe it's a T9. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a T9. T10, not quite it. Oh, come on. I got to have a T9. All right, so I got the right size T9 now. And I am, let's see, does this one need to be loosened? Boy, that sucker is not hardly moving. Damn. Interesting. That is interesting. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, maybe that is part of, I don't know. That might be part of tightening everything together. So we got this one loose, and we got this one loose, and now we're gonna push the blade over as far as I can, and then tighten everything back up. That feels like it's got some Loctite in it. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing, holding it this way. Tighten this guy up. Let's see if we affected The centering, boy, it's a little bit better, but man, that is not great. It could be because the pivot is still loose. Let's give that pivot a little more tightness. I don't remember looking at it to see if the centering was off before. Still a tiny bit loose, I think. Okay, it's mostly fixed now because I had the pivot a little bit too loose. Okay, so that's my bad there. Okay, we still got play. Or, I mean, we still have a nice swingy blade. Boy, that swedge on top is nice. Look at that thing. I assume this is a PVD coating, but I don't actually know. It doesn't seem like DLC. It feels like PVD coating. Has that kind of a smooth feel, you know. Boy, it's got a little ding right there that didn't take the coating off. It's interesting. Very strange. I assume it's just titanium. I mean, it's not steel, I would assume. Let's take a magnet to it and make sure. Yep. Okay. No, titanium. Hardware is titanium. Backspacer is titanium. Blade is steel. Everything's titanium other than the blade, it looks like. And the steel insert for the the steel insert is steel, obviously. That's why they call it a steel insert, because it's steel. And yeah, everything else is titanium. This thing is super duper kind of quiet and subdued when it closes. The opening sounds nice though. I don't love a subdued closing, but the opening sounds good. Thumb stud is pretty nice. Boy, it has a really cool look to it. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I super duper love it yet, because the action is just a little lackluster. I wonder if a little oil would help. Can't hurt. I mean, I don't think it could hurt, could it? Can't think of any way that putting oil on it would hurt. So whenever I oil something to make the action a little better, mainly, well, you can oil the bearings too, but mainly you want to oil the detent track, and how you can do that is just put a little drop right on the detent ball that's sticking out of the steel insert. And then that ball will, or that drop of oil will transfer onto the detent track. So right now the detent track is getting a little bit of oil from that little bit I put on the ball there. And hopefully that will translate to being a little smoother, a little more drop shotty, which it is actually. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see, where is the stop pin? Okay, so it has an internal stop pin that's inside of a cut in the blade. So the blade has a cut, like a half circle cut in it. And then you can see the lock bar right there. Here, let me get some light reflected on it. Yeah, right there. You can see it's not moving when the rest of the blade moves. And the blade hits it, stops on it. So, you know, maybe that's why it kind of has a subdued feel to it. Not sure. Yeah, very nice knife though. Very good ergos. Maybe this little bit could be a little less pointy right there, just a little down, so that your pinky can, well, no, I can put my pinky on the outside of it. It's not a huge knife for sure. I think the blade's only, yeah, I want to say 3 inches. Let's put a tape measure on it and make sure. Let's get some of this other shit out of the way too. Just a hair over 3 inches, like 3.2, 3.1, 3.2 inches, something like that. So, and then even of less than that of, okay, right about 3 inches of cutting edge. So, you know, definitely not a big knife at all. Very EDC size, but because of the handle shape, your blade disappears right here, but then you have this much extra, like, 3/4 of an inch of handle past that. That gives it kind of what you would say maybe bad ratios. Just a very cool shape though. Definitely nice. Yeah, it's a very cool knife. I like it a lot. The model, I'm not sure of the model. Boy, that's nice carbon fiber there. Look at that. Really pretty carbon fiber. I'll put the model up here because I'm not sure of the model. It's an EOS something. It's this, EOS, this one. So that's your quick look at an EOS, whatever this thing is. It also reminds me a little bit of like a, it almost has a little bit of a Microtech. A little bit of a Microtech vibe. I'm not saying they're ripping off Microtech or anything, but I mean, just a little bit of the vibe of that. So that's our unboxing of the EOS. I think it's just EOS. I don't know. An EOS, whatever number this EOS is, whatever model it is. It might have a name. I'm not sure if it's a model, name, number. I'll put it up here when we get it figured out. Have a nice day.